What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live duel. On the left side here, we have Traptrix. On the right side here, we have Elemental Heroes. I'm trying this deck out, and again, it is a popular fan favorite, so don't go too hard on me. I'm not a hero player. I'm just doing my best here. So before we dive in, I'm just gonna let you guys know that I'm definitely not the best hero player at all. Um, but if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more hero content, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to play any decks for you guys. I'm down to learn every deck possible, and I want to apologize in advance for the ring light that you guys are seeing in the top left corner there. I didn't end up fixing that. It got worse the other duel, so I had to delete it. So I only have one match with heroes this week. But if you guys want to see some more hero content, let me know down in the comment section. And we're gonna see the die roll here, because that's what you guys came for. You guys came for the duel, and we're going to see heroes end up choosing to go first or second here, and I'm going to choose to go first. So diving into the game one here, we are going in blind, not knowing what our opponent is playing. And we're going to start off with activating a Vision Hero first, which we'll be able to discard. We're going to be discarding the Shadow Mist, so it's going to summon itself out, and then it'll be able to put the increase into the spell and trap card zone, as well as Shadow Mist effect will be able to activate here, which is going to be able to search us for any hero card. We're just explaining what the heroes do, because our friend does not know what the hero cards do. So we're going to put an increase there, and then Shadow Mist is going to activate effects to search for a hero monster, and depending on what we're going to choose here, I believe we already have Polymerization in the hand. We're searching for the Stratos, because we have not normal summoned. And then we can potentially activate the effect of increase to treat the Ferris. I wish the Ferris was level 6, to be honest. That'd be kind of busted, though, I guess, with DPE. We're going to activate the effect of increase there. It can summon itself out, and activate the effect to search or summon out a hero here, which can summon out the Vion, and then Vion effect, Vion effect can activate here. We're going to dump the Mali to graveyard there. We also have the Banish effect, which I think we might activate here, searching for the Polymerization. Or a normal summon with the Stratos, activate the effect here, which will let us search. It's crazy how hard this deck loses Duel. Like right now, my favorite decks all just lose a Duel. I'm kind of learning Cashier a little bit. I don't really know how much I like the deck. I mean, I do enjoy playing the deck, but I really like Dark World, and I like Heroes right now as like a pet deck. Dark World is my stuff. I'm excited about Colorless, to be honest. I think that it may not be the best, but you can always tech it in. And I know some people are playing currently Tour Guide and Doom Dog, but I think I'm gonna tech in some of the Vassal or something, so you can just summon that off of the Tour Guide, and then in the graveyard, you can just activate the effect. And we're gonna switch for a dark Evil Angel here, Destiny Hero Evil Angel, or whatever her name is. But yeah, I feel like normal summoning Tour Guide, summoning out, and you have the awesome here. You can link away into Muttcracker if you wanted to, or just it is two monsters as well. So if you can activate some danger effects, you can go into Sayuja, and then you can just activate it in the graveyard as a rainbow if you wanted to. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna see the Mali being banished here. Summon out a second Mali. And then we're going to be linking away into the Cross Crusader, which is a busted card, I'd like to mention. And that effect will reborn out the Mali here. And then we're going to activate the effect, pop it, and it's going to search for a Destiny or a hero monster. And we're going to be searching for, it looks like that was Denier there. I know we have Plasma in hand. It was not the Poly, it was Plasma. I know that I want to end on Plasma and then the Angel Lock if I possibly can. I don't think I can, to be honest. But I know that I was under the influence he was playing the Cashier deck. So to me, that was what I was trying to go for. Because Plasma is very good against Cash. But we did search for the Denier there. Now we have to find a way to get it in the graveyard. which should not be a problem. You know, we have an options for polymerization here. Um, we do have poly in hand as well. Okay. So we're gonna activate polymerization, and it looks like we're taking a big think here. Going for the denier as well as the increase. We can't actually do that, or not the increase. We need an elemental hero monster, and that is not an elemental hero. We have a vision hero and a destiny there. Dystopia could possibly be an option here if I'm not mistaken by the materials. I don't think it takes 2 destiny heroes. It does take 2 destiny hero monsters, so I guess we're gonna have to go for a Trinity here. Kind of useless. I guess it's level 6 or higher for DPE if we need it to be. We still have the Violent Engrave, so we could activate the effect searching for a second polymerization because we are on 2 polys here. We're going to activate the effect of Denier, banish, or summoning itself out, then activate the effect on field, putting on the top of the deck the Mali. Then we're going to activate the Mali effect, summoning itself out here. So we have our level 6 once again. I guess we could activate the Violent effect, link away into. We activate the effect, banished, and search for a poly. Then we could like link into the Wonder Driver. Activate poly, use the UC Trinity as well as the Denier to go for DPE, and then it still wouldn't give us 3 monsters though. We're going to be seeing them, or we're going to see myself using the Violent effect, banishing the Ferris, searching for the polymerization here. They want to use the effect. We're going to think here, I guess. We are going to be using the effect to summon out the plasma, leaving just the Mali on the field. Wow. But we could still make the plasma. I mean, we could still make DPE with the Mali as well as the polymerization, though. So we do have the Angel in hand. So that will be the Destiny Hero monster if we need to be, which we are going to activate using them to make the DPE. So ending on DPE plasma is not too bad. But we did kind of kill a lot of follow-up. We do not have any more polys in deck. We do have 3 mass change. I am definitely wanting to cut that down. I don't think it's needed at 3 anymore. Possibly maybe a 2 of, but not too sure. You know, I am just testing it. And then you look at the graveyard. How many cards do you have? We had 8, I believe, so they lost 16. But looking at the plasma and DPE here, you know, there's a possibility, you know, he could just scoop here, and so I would be under the assumption he's still playing cash, but he's gonna try to attempt, I believe, to make a play here, which like kind of reveals his deck. But I mean, I don't really think that like revealing you'll play cash. Like, what would I even side in? I guess I'd still side in. I guess you could say I could side in like Kaiju's, but even Kaiju's versus Traptrix is pretty nice. Like Kaijuing the Rafflesia is very nice. I feel like you'd still keep in lightning storms and stuff like that. So I don't really know. I don't think there's like much of a difference here, especially if you would have just scooped. So I guess it makes sense to kind of play. I guess no, like even Duster though, like hitting the Birth is not bad at all. Hitting Planet's not horrible. It's not great, but like it's just a Duster's Duster, right? It gets rid of Birth. Sometimes you can hit like a Preparations as well. So not too bad, as well as like if they set Book of Moons or Book of Eclipses and stuff. Not too shabby. So I guess like I don't really think that there's a reason not to scoop other than you know the pure fact of like oh he won't know what I'm playing. But there's a lot of generic sides right now, so I guess it's not like the most horrible thing to do. But here he's going to take a second to think. He's going to activate the Traptrix Garden here, which will reveal that what deck he is on. He's going to be normal summoning out the Mermello here. Then we jokingly go activating the effect, which is because, the effects will be negated and you cannot really go for the effects. You're going to set normal summon out the Mantis as well. 2 crazy cards. But with no effects, it kind of sucks. Here we're like thinking, like, what can you like really do? Caligula doesn't do anything. I guess Sarah is like a good card to link into, but what is Sarah going to be doing? He's reading the DPE. I remember my first time reading DPE. I was like, wow. This card is busted. I still can't believe they printed that card. Like, I remember that card being splashed and everything. Like, Fusion Destiny being hit was also crazy. But it's not like just DPE here. Like, we're also dealing with Plasma, and like Plasma being protected by DPE's like buff, I guess, is kind of crazy. We're gonna see them XYZ summon into Rafflesia. And I believe here they just attempt to go end phase. So no traps as well. We're going to take a second to read the guard and make sure that we're not missing anything here in the end phase, like making sure that if we banish his stuff or pop his stuff, nothing really happens. We do have the possibility to Plasma Steel, but during the end phase here, we're taking a second to think. You definitely just DPE effect. Yeah. And then we're going to activate the effect to blow up the DPE as well as the Rafflesia. Then we're going to activate the effect of DPE in the graveyard. And then during standby phase here, we're going to be summoning out the DPE, obviously. I guess it's not really worth equipping with Plasma. You do have the DPE pop, which you can pop the card equipped to Plasma, which I think is super funny here. We're going to go set a card and then enter battle phase. I do not know why we set the card. You always set the card during main phase 2. But, we could have gotten hard punished by an evenly there if you would have drawn that for turn. But at the same time, he would have probably just evenly us. I guess he can't even evenly us because he has Garden on the field. So then we set a card and we pass turn. It's going to simply set T-set here. What is this? Goats? But, and then during the end phase, we're going to activate the effect popping, which we do hit an imperm there, and then we activate the DPE effect. And then we're going to be summoning back out the DPE. Here we have we could activate the effect of Plasma to steal the monster if we wanted to, or we could DPE pop the back row and then pop it. It doesn't really matter. We're going to activate the Plasma effect. It's going to take a second to read it. Like, oh, you can equip face downs. It will not be flip face up here. But we will be able to attack. And it does not gain the attack because it's currently an unknown amount of attack there. So we will then see a battle phase attacking with the Plasma, attacking with the DPE here. He's just going to scoop it up there, and we're going to make sure to give back his card because it's important. But that was game 1. We do see that heroes end up taking it. Well, Plasma ends up taking it there. Not the prettiest match, going into the Trinity and stuff. But once again, I like to repeat that I am learning the deck. If there's any other lines I should have played there, let me know in the comment section. I definitely want to learn this deck a lot more for you guys. I like heroes myself. I am playing Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. I did summon it yesterday once. He had like a bunch of little bodies on the field, and I ended up attacking, and it was crazy. I don't know. That card is absolutely busted. I like it a lot, to be honest. Heroes himself is like it's super explosive, and it feels like you do the same thing, but with all different cards, which is like it's crazy because you have Stratus that searches, you have Crosshair that searches, you have The deck just does lose to Droll and Nib, but I don't know. So does Dark World, I guess. Doesn't really lose to Nib, but loses to Droll so hard. Maybe we'll see a Droll main deck format. I know a few people are main decking Droll for like Kashtira and then Dragon Link at our local. Shout out to Josh and Todd and me were both playing Dark World, so I guess kind of us. But I shuffle around. I love Albaz. I love Branded, so I'm playing Branded obviously as like my main deck, and then I am on Heroes, Dark Worlds, as well as learning a little bit of Kashtira because it is a fun deck to play. I really do like the style. Like it changes. Like you can just see your hand, and if you're going second, like you can just decide what you want to do at like the will. You can go for zone locks, or you can just decide to just go Dryden's Pass, which is kind of sick. But going back into the game here, we're gonna be going to game two. I want to see the Traptrix player is gonna choose to go first. Shocker. Traps wanting to go first. We're gonna see them summon out the Fenrir here. We have a little laugh because I thought he was playing Kashtira. He's gonna be normal summoning out the Murmello, activating the effect, being able to search for a hole here, linking off into the Sarah, and then he's going to be setting a mystery hole, activating it, pitching an imperm there, summoning itself out. I remember the days of imperm on the Sarah. I remember when Aiden used to play like Traptrix back in the day, people like playing imperm on the Sarah. He's like, okay, cool. On res, Sarah effect, they're like, huh? And we're going to be seeing the Sarah summon out the Mantis. And then we're going to be setting a card here. And then we can activate the effect of Mantis to bounce back. And then Sarah effect's going to activate to be able to set another card, which I think is pretty neat. Which is going to be the bottomless here. He doesn't activate the Fenrir effect, so we can assume that the last card in hand is the Fenrir. I guess, there is a world where you don't do that. And like trying to like bait that is a Fenrir, but I really don't think that that's really worth it a lot of the time. We're going to use the Mantis and the Holotea, going for the Rafflesia there. And he will pass his turn on this. We're going to be drawing for turn here. Two back rows, one being bottomless, a Sarah, a Rafflesia as well, which is practically a trap hole of itself, and then Fenrir's is a pretty impressive board, to be honest. This is a good board, I would say, of Traptrix. But we're going to be moving on into the main phase, and we're going to see a Lightning Storm. Wowzas. Hitting the back row, hitting that Torrential Tribute as well as bottomless is very huge. It doesn't, traps don't affect Sarah as well as Rafflesia, so that would have just practically blown up our board and the Fenrir, which is so free. We're gonna see us activate a Hero Lives, paying half our life points here, which is such a huge cost. I wish it was like pay 2,000, but that'd be kind of busted, I guess. We have a few options. I guess we could summon out Stratos. We could summon out. What else can we summon out here? Stratos. You would never summon out the Dark Law, or not Dark Law, but the Shadow Mist. You would never summon out Liquid Soldier as well. Like, it just has to pretty much be Stratos here. We're taking a second to read Shadow Mist. Like, Mass Change doesn't do that much. Summoning out the Shadow Mist here. Interesting. Maybe not activating the effect, or we already have Stratos in hand here. So we're going to see the effect of Rafflesia being activated, sending a Nightmare to the graveyard here, which is going to be destroying and negating the effect of the Shadow Mist. Maybe we decided to do that so that we could play around, like if it did go through, we could end up playing around like impermanent stuff. We activate Triple Tactic Thrust here. Be able to search our deck for any, on resolution here, Sarah's going to activate its effect, so we can't just place down a thrust immediately. You're going to set a floodgate here. We're going to activate the thrust to add to our hand. Probably triple tactic talents, to be honest. I guess we could take that Fenrir if we wanted to. There's no drawing. Like, you don't need to draw here, I don't think, unless your hand's like super trash. But like Fenrir doesn't out the board, but pretty close to outing the board. And if we can make DP, pop Fenrir and one of their other cards, kind of busted. We're going to search for the triple tag talents here, so I definitely think that we're going to be seeing a, so activating talents here, declaring the effect to yoink, which we're going to be taking the Fenrir here. And we have the Ferris as well. Okay, so we're going to activate the effect of Ferris, getting rid of the other Ferris in our hands. Then we're going to activate the effect, putting on the increase on the field because we didn't open it. We don't play two of it. I definitely think that, I saw a video the other day where people said, like, if you play two increase, it goes to like 18% of something. Being able to see it in your opening hand was just not very fun for me. So, like, we don't really need to play it. You will be seeing it more. It's kind of like that whole argument of, oh, well, sometimes it's useful, but you only remember the times where it's in your hand. You don't remember times where it's not in your hand, and most of the time it's not in your hand. It doesn't seem that way, but here, going to activate the effect of the increase, triggering the Ferris to summon itself out, and they're going to chain the Holatea here to summon out the Mermello, which is going to try to pop the back row here, but we can just chain the increase, which is what happened. He activated Holatea, we chained the increase, summoning itself out and popping. Then Mermello cannot pop a back row because it does not exist. We didn't even Fenrir effect there, which is kind of wild to me. Then we're going to see increases effect, summon out the Vion, and then, Vion effect's going to activate here, which will be able to send the Mali to graveyard. Mali to free, Mali to 3, free Mali, boys. Come on, Konami. I would love to make hard DPE all the time. This is for tier. Give Mali for tier, not for heroes, for tier. We're going to see the Fenrir effect, going to be banishing the Rafflesia face down here. So we do activate that on the res of Mermello. Interesting choice. We're going to activate the effect, banishing the Vion, or banishing the Mali to summon out the Mali there. I was going to say, you definitely like Fenrir effect there. There's no point of not. We're going to do declare an attack and then banish face down. We're going to be seeing a Link 2 for a Cross Crusader here. Cross will be able to activate the effects, reborning the Mali, and then be able to pop it to search for the Plasma, Malicious, or not Malicious, we already went through it. Plasma, the Angel, or the Denier here. I believe we sided out the Angel because we are going second. Do we have a way to get the Denier in grave? When we have Vion effects, we can obviously search for a Polymerization if we wanted to. We're in normal summon. We haven't normal summon, that's right. So we have the normal summon and then activate the effect. Put in the Mali on the top of the deck here. That's kind of busted. And I mean, we have DPE right here. Yeah, you just banish Mali, summon home Mali, and then if you want, you can Vion effect search for a Polymerization. I love I'm gonna mention I love thrust in the deck. Like being able to search for like tactics or searching for whatever his name is, Fusion Destiny, or even Polymer. I don't really think I'd search for Polymerization ever, but searching like for like a Duster or a D barrier. If you're going first, setting a D barrier is not too bad if you get like Ashed or anything like that, or even if you get Droll or something like that. Being able to set a card is pretty nice. And then if you get Nibiru and you have Thrust in hand, you can just activate it. They control a monster. You search for Fusion Destiny, then you activate Fusion Destiny, make DPE. That's not bad at all. Like, Thrust is pretty broken in the deck. We're going to see us make the Wonder Driver here. We're going to activate the Polymerization, which we had here, making the DPE into the Wonder Driver zone, which is going to be able to activate, setting back the Polymerization here. Which is pretty nice. So now we have a DPE, their Fenrir, which we can obviously pop. As well as you can just pop the Fenrir in the back row and then attack. Not bad at all, to be honest. We're going to see the Wonder Driver here going to attack into the... Like, either way, I guess you're still doing... Damn, yeah, we're going to attack Wonder Driver into the defense card, then we're going to attack the DPE until the Sarah, because everything's losing attack, and then, you know, Fenrir's going to be able to attack directly. And then during end phase, we're going to move to main phase 2, obviously. Nothing's going to happen. Then during end phase, we're going to activate the DPE effect, popping the Fenrir as well as their back row here, which is kind of nice. And then we're going to be drawing for a turn here, and we have DPE. And there's something out the Fenrir here, and we're going to take a second to think. Time does get called, but he does reveal that he had nothing. You know, he had the crossouts, and then that would have been it. We could have just popped it with the DPE here. But we're going to see that the hero player is going to end up 2-0ing his opponent there. Plasma going in so hard. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see some more hero content like this, let me know down in the comment section below, and stay safe. Peace.